Welcome back to the show, everybody. IGN Live from Comic-Con, presented by the all-new LG G4. I'm Damon, this is Roth. We're joined by some very special guests, Bruce Campbell, Lucy Lawless, and Sam Raimi. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Thank
Good morning.
We're going to talk
Thanks
about
for
Ash
having us.
versus Evil Dead. Bruce, it's been a minute since Army of Darkness.
It's been 24 years.
Catch us up on what Ash has been up to.
Not much.
He's still a stock boy.
Well, not everyone progresses in life. Greatness is forced upon him once again. Would you say, Sam?
I would say it avoids you.
I mean, that's the
There you
funny
have
thing.
it.
Like, it's at a value smart now, right?
Value stop.
Value stop. So is part of this idea...
Have a valuable day.
Is that the new catchphrase?
It might be. You'll have to see. Tune in and find out.
Is part of this idea just the fact that Ash has not progressed even a little bit as a human being?
That's what's hilarious. You want to see that egomaniacal loser, and all our fate, the world's fate depends on him. It's like, I have to see this. How is he going to save
Yeah,
the
the
day?
world's in trouble. The world's in big trouble. And I'm not sure if he's the guy to do it. I don't know, Sam.
How's it going to work out?
Sam's concerned too.
Sam says,
He's concerned.
I don't think he is.
I would be.
How many mechanical arms are there? There's several different ones. And how quickly will we see that chainsaw come roaring back to beautiful life?
It's a mysterious quiz, a mystery, this one, isn't
Well,
it?
look, Ash has the stuff that he has to have. He has to have the shotgun, AKA boomstick. He has to have a chainsaw, and he has to have some one-liners. And there has to be blood, like oceans of blood. There's so much blood on this show, I can't even begin to tell you. We did one take. I choked because so much blood went into my mouth. I mean, we had to stop and get a bucket and go patooey. So if anybody's looking for blood, this is the place to do it.
Well, I think we're all looking for blood. Lucy, you play Ruby, who blames Ash for the rise of evil, which technically she's absolutely right.
She is absolutely right, and she needs to bring him to account in a very unpleasant way. She's going to hunt him down.
If you want to live in the past, that's fine. My character Ash lives in the future, and the future, what's done is done. What's water under the bridge?
I have to assume they're probably going to get together at some point, right? Like, it starts out antagonistically over the course of the episode.
Oh, you're a writer now. Well, what would you like to see as a fan?
As a
if
fan.
you were a fan, if you knew about this show.
I do know about this show.
oh.
I'm a huge fan. I think all of those things. I mean, I think that you have to
Would you like a little romance? Huh?
I would like a little romance.
Little
I'm a
nookie on the
lady.
side, Ash getting
A
all
little
soft.
bloody,
It can't all be
bloody,
misery, you know.
chainsaw romance. Why not, right?
Sometimes there's trench love affairs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're in the battle against the good and evil
Yeah.
together.
It's in my writer that there is no romance between us.
Well, I read a different contract. One that said Lucy insisted on a little wah with Ash.
She wants him to be her baby daddy.
You guys, you've worked with this creative team before. On Spartacus, you guys worked together previously, but have you found this to be on Xena, obviously, if everybody doesn't know Xena. Have you found this to be different to enter the world of Evil Dead, or is it just very familiar to you with this team?
Only in that when you marry one of this circle, you kind of marry them all. They all talk like they're always quoting one another, you know. I think
Quoting one another's movies or each other?
No, like
literally?
Rob, Sam, and Bruce, and Ivan and Ted also are part of their formative years were so intensely intertwined that kind of when you marry one, you, in a funny way, marry them all.
Honey, I want to talk to you about the electric bill. We can discuss that later. But you're spending.
So
we'll
it's
talk about it.
familiar, even though, I don't always see these
Well, I
guys.
remember Sam and I walked into where Ash lives, and the art directors, they had prepped the trailer where Ash lives with the stuff from Michigan that we grew up with. It's the Faygo Red Pop and the Camp Tamaqua stickers and the Michigan State University. I mean, these guys, the detail of what they've done. And there's another set that I will just say will be familiar to everybody who watches this. There's another set that we've recreated that is unbelievably
Uncannily good.
uncannily realistic. When I walked in there, I got chills because I went, that view through that window to that hallway, and that is exactly what it was.
Is
So
it
I'm not
in
gonna.
the
I can't tell you
woods?
what. It might be near some woods.
Great, Bruce, you just gave away point number 6 that you weren't supposed to talk about.
Jeez. But anyway, I think the fans will find those warm, comfy shoes that they can put back on in a new setting.
Does this feel to you guys, this is obviously, I think it's 10 half hours, right? Does it
Yeah.
feel like a 5-hour kind of Evil Dead movie with a really clear through line, or is it more episodic? What does it feel like?
From what I've seen, it feels, it's definitely episodic, but it tells one big story. So you can watch each episode and feel like you've got a complete story, but are also part of an ongoing and continuing and ever-building saga that's larger than that.
Right, in TV you kind of have to play that game.
Right.
You have to tell a much bigger story, so this Evil Dead universe will necessarily expand. It can't just be Ash running around breaking stuff over his head. But there's going to be some of that too.
Do you already have ideas that would sort of lead you beyond this season, or are you just doing this for now and then?
You have to have a big view. When we talked to stars about this, we had to let them know if the show were to continue multiple seasons, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And so we have to be prepared for that horrifying contingency that we would have to go for 5 years.
Yeah.
Is that something you would want to do? Is that it's sort of like, what does it feel like? Does it feel like getting into your favorite pair of pajamas to play this character?
I feel like if Starz wants to continue to back the show and that the viewers back the show, I'll play this character, in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter. I'm ready to do it. It's one of my favorite characters I've ever played.
Yeah, it's great to have Bruce in the same pair of pajamas for 5 years. I just wish he would wash the pajamas.
We actually have a question from one of our viewers on Twitter we can pull up here. Remember, you can tweet your questions at IGN with hashtag IGN Live, just like Mike P did. Is there going to be a sequel to Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead?
That's really up to Fede as much as it is up to us. We love him. We think he's a brilliant filmmaker. Audiences loved his film. And I think that was the movie that we tried to make with him to satisfy the Evil Dead fans who wanted another Evil Dead. But as much as they loved his movie, I think we still heard an outcry, but we want to see Bruce as Ash also.
Well, they want the elements. You get street cred if you get this guy to come along for the ride. It's important. It's the original elements.
Yeah.
And I think fans are very discerning. They know when they've got the real deal and they know when they don't. And the only thing I can say, good, bad, or indifferent, I think at least this time they have the real deal. They have it. We're going to give them everything we can from the original people who are involved.
That movie had such a different tone, and even the three films kind of have each sort of different tones. Are we looking more at a Army of Darkness kind of tone with this series, or an original Evil Dead kind of tone?
Well, Bruce as the character of Ash grew tremendously through each picture. In the first film, he just happened to be the survivor.
Generic college guy.
And then we realized, people really like him, it turns out. We hadn't planned on that. Although he was always the best actor of the bunch, the only actor of the bunch, we didn't think people would really like him.
Because we didn't, right?
Yeah, we overlooked how brilliant he is.
Where's this interview going?
So we planned the second one around him, and then they really liked him. And then we really started to write his character, along with Bruce's help, in the third one. And that's the thing they like even more than the movies, is the character of Ash. So when it is developing and changing, and the tones change, but the Evil Dead series, Ash vs. Evil Dead, is really a showcase for the loudmouth that is Ash. And it's really that character's playground. I would say that's the tone.
He's bold, he's brash, he's Ash.
So do you think that
Not very good.
Like-
Please don't print that.
I gotta do this.
so he's like, leave the writing to me.
Last question.
Last question. Ooh. Do you think that you would keep Ash separate from that Fede Alvarez world were it to return? And B, what's your favorite Ash quote? Each of you.
I so love Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead movie that secretly we're all hoping down the line that we can have a merging of the two, or first maybe a Fede sequel, if you'll do it, and then a merging way down the line.
It could be cool if you could pull that off over time, is to just bring all the worlds together. I think it'd be really a blast. But this will help if this show catches on. It'll help us make those choices later.
I think it will.
And if the show doesn't work, you'll suddenly see Bruce as a little sidekick in Fede's sequel. Right, Brucey?
So you guys don't have a favorite Ash?
Sam.
Do you have a favorite Ash quote?
A favorite
Lucy?
what?
Do you have a favorite Ashism?
Well, I might be quoting it wrong, but when some girl says to him, "Are all men such egotistical
Liars.
liars was it? He goes, no, just me, baby, just me.
Ash vs. Evil Dead. It's on Stars. Is there a premiere date?
We're actually going to announce that at
Right
the
now?
panel.
Oh, okay, at the panel.
Here
Yeah,
on
so
IGN.
you'll know within 24 hours.
Bruce, Lucy, Sam, thank you so much for coming by the show.
Pleasure, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Stay tuned. More to come from IGN Live here at Comic Con after this.